Hello, and welcome to our final episode of the year. I'm Olivia Brennan.
And I'm Jackie Breda. We've got a lot coming up with the senior tribute farewell music video produced by me. Chris will show you a DIY on how to build your own rocket, while Colin has a final review of his gaming collection.
And Ethan's also going to focus on the student-led greenhouse project. Brielle puts the spotlight on our unified sports program, and Brett and Nate take us into the great outdoors of Hunterdon County. Voorhees Now starts now.
Let's start things off with Ethan's piece on the greenhouse project here at Voorhees.
Like this, the sun shines over the fields of Hunterdon County, known for its farmland and agriculture. At Voorhees, a new form of farming is starting to grow thanks to the idea of two students, Austin Soares and Chad Bellick.
So for us, the two main driving factors behind making sure the greenhouse was done properly this time around was first seeing the initial greenhouse back from the 1990s, seeing it wasted away and not being used properly. We wanted to make sure that wouldn't happen with the new greenhouse, so we wanted to make sure it's as versatile as with the times as possible. And then the other reason why we wanted to make it done right this time is because we saw an example down at Phillipsburg High School where actually they let contractors from the school work in the greenhouse, and they designed it completely wrong, and it traps air horribly, and they can't grow as well as they should be able to in their greenhouse. So we didn't want to run into those issues.
The old greenhouse at Voorhees originally had been abandoned for quite some time. The greenhouse was so out of shape that recently it was dismantled after being deemed no longer safe.
The greenhouse will provide so many educational opportunities throughout the school. First, we can incorporate it into our biology classrooms with having some hands-on lab activities. Biology is all about the study of life, so why not bring some of that life into the classroom? The multi-disabled section of our school could also use the greenhouse in terms of they can practice maintenance and real-world skills in the greenhouse that otherwise the school cannot provide for them. And lastly, we could even involve it in the food classes, possibly using some of the produce made in the greenhouse on some dishes in those classes.
There is a hurdle. The team needs funding. After teaming up with Voorhees' educational foundation, they found a contractor to build the greenhouse called International Greenhouse Company.
To any opposers of the greenhouse, I would just like to inform you that Hunterdon County is actually the second highest farming county in the state of New Jersey. So whether you like it or not, agriculture is farming, and farming surrounds us. So why not bring a bit of our nearby culture into the school and allow the kids to get some hands-on with some growing of crops.
The greenhouse is currently a work in progress, but if you'd like to get involved, please visit the Voorhees High School website. For VHSTV, I'm Nathan Bret. Thanks for watching.
And now let's go to Chris with his fun DIY project that you can try yourself when you get bored with all that free time that you've got over the summer.
Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make a rocket using nothing but a 2-liter soda bottle, a cork, and an inflating needle. Now the inflating needle was shorter than the cork I had, so I had to cut the cork down, make it short enough that the inflating needle could stick through the far side. Now, the bottle is going to be launched just by the pressure of air pushing against this cork. So the tighter a seal you can get, the higher your rocket will go because you can get more pressure in it before the cork lets go. Then you're going to want to fill up the bottle a little under halfway with water, press in your cork till it's about flush, and you're ready to hit the skies. Next, you're going to want to set up your launch pad. I was able to make mine using some bricks that were laying around and an old exhaust header I had sitting in my garage. Then you're going to want to hold the bottle sideways so you can attach the pump, lay your bottle down, and then start pumping it up and you're ready to go. You might want to play around with different water levels, because if you have too much water in the bottle, it won't go very high because there's all this extra weight in it holding it down. And if you don't put enough, the water won't mediate the flow and it won't go as high because all the air will escape right off the bat. So you might want to play around with different water levels to figure out what the optimal setup is. This is pretty easy to do, and if you're looking for something quick and fun to do this weekend, you don't have to look any further. For VHSTV, I'm Chris Marin.
And now here's Colin's final feature focusing on his own gaming collection.
Hey guys, Colin here. Welcome back to another episode of Greco's Game Reviews. In honor of this final episode of Game Reviews, I'll be showing you guys my video game collection. Let's check this out. Okay, so first part of my collection, we're going through the Nintendo consoles. Here, I got the gray box that's off screen, the Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo's first home console to be made. So for some reason, I horribly underestimated on how much video game stuff I had. I know, ironic, right? So due to time constraints, large amounts of video game stuff in my collection, and the story is almost due, I wanted to go out with a bang. So instead of getting one by one quick review of my video game stuff and collection as such, you are now going to see a half-baked list off of my stuff to flex on. We got the latest console, Nintendo Switch. Is basically this little portable console, which I very much enjoy. How's this for a tongue twister? My Sega console collection is probably my biggest console collection compared to my other consoles. But if I want to go for arcade portations, always go Sega. Sega never fails with arcade ports and arcade games in general. Trust me. Alright, now moving on to the Sony PlayStations. I have Sony PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 right here. And here is the PlayStation 4 Pro. We have downstairs in the living room because my dad plays it a lot, so I let him, it's like his console. Alright, next up we have Microsoft's Xbox and Xbox 360, and I'm just going to show you a little clip of my brother's first model Xbox One. Although my Amiibo collection looks large, it is probably not even a third of all the total Amiibos out there. And they ain't cheap neither. Heck, it's scalpers. My PC setup, of course, because PC Master Race! Hey, a Commodore 64. Hey look, floppy disks. Remember those? Probably not. Alright, look at this. I got Atari. I got Coleco. I got Rob. I got Guitar Hero controller. I got even DDR pads, boy. Various collectible figures from various games. Now you're probably wondering, how many TVs does one boy need? And how outdated are they? The oldest and most expensive consoles I've ever gotten before. I hold on me, is an MSX2 computer. This is sort of like a work computer, but at the same time had games for it. The whole reason I bought this one is because, for one reason, to get the first Metal Gear, the one that was the original and was good, not the Nintendo Entertainment System one, which is very bad. But yeah, the amount I paid for this is in the 3 digits, and it was not under $100, trust me. So it's fair to say that video games is quite the passion for me. Anything involving video games whatsoever, where it's collecting or playing them, or collecting different consoles with different video games of them. It's something I enjoy doing. It's quite a great hobby, and I'm glad I was able to share this knowledge of video games to you guys through Voorhees Now, and I really appreciate you guys watching. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed this game review. Back to the feature presentation.
Thanks, Colin. We all know that there are plenty of places that you can go to get some fresh air here in Hunterdon County. Well, if you've never been there, Brett and Nate will take you to the Landsdown Trail in this next feature.
I'm here in the Landsdown Trail in Clinton, New Jersey, which is a 1.5-mile long trail that stretches all the way from Landsdown to the center of Clinton. Now today it's known as a fun recreational place for biking and walking, but what most people don't know is that it was originally a spur line that connected the two towns.
In the late 1800s, the single-engine passenger train, a dinky, was the one known for running the lines. It became a type of mascot for the town of Clinton. In the later years of service, the train was replaced with a single-engine gas car named the Doodlebug. Since the discontinuing of the line, it has turned into a scenic spot for all different kinds of purposes.
Now that we learned a little bit about it, how about we go and talk to some people who are enjoying the trail for themselves? So, how often do you come to this trail?
I've been coming recently since I started birding, so I come down here about probably once a month now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I heard. So you said you do some birding. Is that why you're actually down here today?
That's why we're down here. We're down here to see a nighthawk.
A nighthawk. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a good birding area, or is there?
Great birding area. Right now it's really good for warblers that are migrating through. So we've just seen some yellow warblers tonight. But in the winter, it's great for ducks. The river brings in lots of ducks and shorebirds. So it's a really good area for birds.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you ever come down here for anything else, or is it just a birding area for you?
Just the birds or exercise.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I've just been coming down recently since I started birding.
It just started. So yeah. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So is birding new to you, or?
Birding's new. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Any good birds? Any legendary birds you found?
Legendary birds? I have about, I think, 260 birds I've seen at this point. It's really not a lot. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not.
So now we actually were able to meet up with 2 more people on the trail. So when did you guys first start coming down here?
Probably about 5 years? 6 years ago. Just walking and running once in a while.
Okay, so you come down here for walking, running. Is there any other activities you guys do? Or?
Well, now we are birding down the trail.
Okay, yes. So it's actually we just talked to another birder. So I guess it's a pretty popular location for that.
It is right now because everything's in migration, so everybody's kind of coming down here. You'll see lots of people down here for the next couple more weeks, and then periodically people will show up. After that. So
all right. Is there any legendary birds you've seen yourself?
Yes, a cuckoo.
A cuckoo. Okay.
Yes, yellow-billed cuckoo. He was here recently.
It was here, actually?
Yes,
really?
He was here recently, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
You guys
use it for your exercise, yes.
All right, so this is a birding exercise area.
Birding exercise area for us.
So it's all in one.
All in one.
That's good.
Dual purpose, yes.
All in one is the perfect way to describe the Landsdown Trail, with its picturesque riverside path, perfect for walking, running, or even biking. And hey, I've heard that it's a pretty good place to see a couple rare birds. From Voorhees Now, I'm Nathan Bret.
Thanks. You too.
And for the past couple of years, Unified Sports at Voorhees has been gaining traction and doing some really great things. Here's Brielle, who's focusing in on that worthwhile program.
I think that students didn't really join Unified to set out and be agents of change, but that's exactly what happened.
For Unified Sports, I think it's been a very positive thing that we added to our Unified components here. All the students really just want to be involved. It's another way for students to really just be active and be active with their peers and belong on a team.
We have this goal in the first half, okay? Go! You, Em, and Jacob.
Hi, my name is Bruce. I'm joined from World War II Unified Soccer. So I am the secret weapon today, 1919, a machine gun kicker at the field.
Tie game, we're at 2-2, guys, okay?
Okay.
Our Unified students really believe that different doesn't mean less, and they believe that they can always see a person as more.
When people think about Unified, they think that we're helping those kids and we have an impact on them, but really they have the biggest impact on us.
I think that the inclusive youth leadership has affected students in a super positive way.
I think it's made them so much more confident too. Like we have so many students that wouldn't even raise their hand to offer an answer in the beginning of the year, and now you see them going up to people in the hallways to give them high fives and ask them how they're doing. So seeing that improvement in social and just confidence in themselves is really amazing. And I think a lot of that is because of Unified.
This is the first season we've had a Unified soccer program here. I got a bigger turnout than I was ever expecting.
I want to become an athletic director, and I think when I become an athletic director, I think I'll definitely want to include, Unified Sports into any sort of program that I run at my school.
Everybody has a cause that they're passionate about, or they feel something, they're drawn to something. And I had never really had a cause I was super passionate about before I got involved in Unified. And I just realized in this moment, my calling is Unified.
Just helping all the students has taught me patience, and I think it's really something that I need for life.
Actually, I can.
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 And finally, we'll leave you with something that's become a tradition here at VHSTV. Jackie produced this senior farewell video that pays tribute to the graduating class of 2018. Coincidentally, this video will also be included in the Memories 2018 video, which you can still order by following the link below. Thank you all for tuning in to catch what we've done for our first year producing Voorhees Now.
Now please enjoy my final tribute video.